Hey everyone! In today's video, we are going to share with you 5 tips for planning your next Royal Caribbean cruise. As we know, there's a lot that goes into planning your perfect cruising getaway, and we're here to help you. Next week, Greg and I will be sailing on Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas cruise ship, so we have been actively planning our cruise and have lots of tips to help make your life easier. And we would love to hear any tips that you have, and you can leave them in the comments below. We'll talk about all the things to plan once you've officially booked your sailing date, such as using your cruise planner, money-saving tips on purchasing packages or excursions, what to schedule in advance, how to check in to ensure a smooth embarkation process, and overall what we think you should plan ahead before your cruise and when. So let's get into it. First of all, if you just booked a Royal Caribbean cruise, congratulations! Your countdown is on, so here are some tips to help you. Tip number 1, use your cruise planner. Once your cruise is officially booked, make a Royal Caribbean online account and use your cruise planner. Your cruise planner is going to help you see all of the fun additions to add on to your cruise, and prices will usually be lower if you purchase things in advance of your cruise online rather than once you get on board. This is where you can look at the beverage packages and compare the differences, view specialty dining packages, book shows and entertainment, where you can view all of the excursions for the different ports that you may be sailing to, and so much more. So let's take a look at it. Let's start with the beverage packages. If you're sailing on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship, they have a few different types of beverage packages available for you. The first one being the soda package, which is basically just your fountain drinks from Coke Freestyle machines. The second level of drink package is your refreshment package, which includes your soft drinks but also specialty coffees, non-alcoholic beverages such as mocktails, bottled water, freshly squeezed juices, and more. And finally, your deluxe drink package, which includes all of the drink options I mentioned already, plus your drinks containing alcohol like cocktails, beer, and wine. Now, I know we're still in the middle of tip number 1, which is using your cruise planner, but here's where I want to insert tip number 2 as it coincides. Tip number 2 is to monitor the pricing in your cruise planner. It's very important to price out which drink package you want, but once you purchase your drink package, don't stop checking your cruise planner. Let's say you want the deluxe drink package and you book it and pay for it at $80 per day. Well, another day, Royal Caribbean may have a promotion going where it's cheaper. For example, we originally purchased our drink package at a higher price, but then we saw one day that it was on sale for $72 per day instead of the higher amount that we originally paid. These prices can fluctuate each day. Royal Caribbean allows you to cancel your package, get a full refund, and immediately purchase the package again at the new lower price. This is a big perk and definitely something to keep your eye on to help you save some money. A bonus tip is that if you have any port days at Royal Caribbean's private islands such as Perfect Day at Coco Cay in the Bahamas or in Labadee, Haiti, then your drink packages will also be available to use during your time at these 2 ports, which is a nice bonus as well. If you're at Coco Cay, make sure to drink the Coco Loco drink, and if you're in Labadee, make sure to try the Labadoozy drink. Both are delicious, and if you don't have the deluxe drink package that includes alcohol, you can also request that these 2 drinks be made into mocktails. Next up is booking specialty dining. Now, Royal Caribbean ships have loads of complimentary dining locations that are delicious, and I think that you'd be perfectly happy with these during your cruise. But sometimes it's nice to try the premium options too. Royal Caribbean ships also offer specialty dining restaurants that you pay an upcharge for. Think of it more as a cover charge though, as you're still able to usually order multiple appetizers, entree, and desserts. You can view either individual specialty dining locations on board your ship and purchase them a la carte and book the time you want to dine, or you can book a dining package. Royal Caribbean offers 3-night specialty dining packages or the unlimited dining package. On this upcoming cruise Greg and I opted for the 3-night specialty dining package, but during our last cruise on Harmony of the Seas, we went for the unlimited dining package because we kept a close eye on our cruise planner and saw a really great deal that we couldn't pass up. The unlimited dining package had allowed us to eat at a specialty restaurant every night of our sailing and lunch on sea days. It was so much fun to try all of the different options, but it certainly isn't necessary as there are so many great complimentary food options on board the ships as well. When you book your restaurant or dining package, use the same trick I mentioned earlier about the drink package. Even though you secured your package, still remember to keep a close eye on your cruise planner, because if Royal Caribbean has a sale on the dining packages, you can still cancel and rebook these for the lower price just as you could for the drink package. We always love to save money to put it towards other fun things on our vacation. Next up, let's talk about excursions. Your cruise planner will show you a list of excursions and prices for each of your ports of call that you'll be stopping at. You can sort by days and ports to see a list of what's available for each specific day, as well as select the level of activity that you want, as some excursions could be relaxing and less strenuous, while others may be more physical or involve a lot of walking. Or perhaps some could be more thrilling, depending on what you're looking for your adventure. You can also sort excursions by the duration, so how much of your day you want to spend on the excursion in case you want to do some shopping in the port too, and finally you can filter by interest. This leads me to tip number 3, and this may be a controversial tip to our tenured cruisers, but a tip that I am absolutely going to stick to. When booking your excursions, always make sure to book your excursion directly through Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. Here's the thing, you could easily purchase an excursion through a third-party seller for a much cheaper price. And I did mention earlier in this video that we're all about saving money, but this is the one time I am not willing to be frugal. If you book directly through Royal Caribbean, yes, it will probably cost more money, but think of it instead as insurance if that helps. You see, if you book directly with Royal Caribbean and something happened during your excursion, they're responsible for you and will either wait for you to get back to the ship, or if they absolutely cannot wait any longer, they'll assist you in getting back to your next port of call. If you book your excursion through a third-party seller and something happens, it's your own personal responsibility for your safety and to get yourself back home or to the next port of call, which would especially be a hassle if all your belongings or passport are still on the ship. So this is one scenario where I find it's absolutely worth it to pay the extra cost and go with the excursions through Royal Caribbean. Some of you may say, but what are the odds of something happening, or I've booked through third parties for years and had no problems? And that's wonderful, but it only takes one time, and I personally just feel that it would be a devastating lesson to learn, but still ultimately do what you think is best for you. Tip number 4 is to book whatever you can in advance of your cruise, and this one can be a little tricky. Let's start with shows and entertainment on board. There's lots of complimentary entertainment options on board your Royal Caribbean cruise, and some of these can be booked online in advance to secure your seat as the shows can get busy. I've seen a lot of people online say that the shows and entertainment reservations open up 30 days in advance to book. However, I downloaded the Royal Caribbean app and saw 40 days in advance of my cruise I was able to reserve the shows, where the website still allowed 30 days in advance. Now, I wouldn't take these numbers as set in stone, but instead keep an eye on your cruise planner in your app or online and book once you're able to. I do recommend to book in advance so you don't need to worry, but if you can't get any shows or they reserve quickly, don't stress. There are still standby options on board before the shows, and I hear positive things often that people are still able to see the shows. Next up is to book your dining times for the main dining room in advance. You can either select traditional dining options or My Time dining. Traditional dining would be the standard early dining or late dining times where you eat at the same table each night with the same wait staff. My Time dining is a bit more flexible, but you should book your reservations in advance. My Time dining gives you a bit more flexibility to select what time you want to dine during dinner hours, but you still could have a lengthy wait. We do recommend to reserve your times in advance if you're able to. If not, try and speak to Royal Caribbean once you get on board, and they'll try to help you out if they can. So we chatted about specialty dining earlier in the video and booking packages or a la carte options in advance. One thing that's important to know as of the date we release this video is that if you purchase the dining packages, you have to wait until you're on board the ship to book your restaurants. But if you purchase restaurants a la carte, you get to book the exact times you want to dine upon purchasing. We find this really weird and hope they're going to change this soon. If you have a dining package, when you get on board, you can go to any specialty dining restaurant and they can help you book all of your dining reservations for the week. And sometimes there are also kiosks available throughout the Royal Promenade that you can book at too. Or you could simply use the Royal Caribbean app on your phone. They usually book courtesy reservations for you when you first get on board, but if you don't like what they selected, you can easily change them. Tip number 5 is to check into your cruise. Once you hit the 40-day mark before your cruise, go on your Royal Caribbean account online or in the Royal Caribbean app and you'll notice it says you're now able to check in. The check-in process is so easy and so much better to get done in advance, so once you arrive to the cruise terminal, you'll be on the ship even faster. Not only does this allow a smoother embarkation process for your cruise, but you also can select a time you wish to arrive at the cruise ship. The check-in process is very simple. You provide your passport or identification information and travel information for your upcoming cruise. You can take a selfie for your identification right here in the app and then select your arrival time. The day before your cruise, you can complete a health questionnaire, and the day of your cruise, you can complete your online safety muster drill at any time in the Royal Caribbean app and just show up to your muster drill station once you're on the ship to confirm you completed the safety video. Why do I think all of this planning ahead is important for your cruise? Well, you wait such a long time for your cruise sailing date to arrive that once you get on the ship, you just want to relax and enjoy your vacation. In our opinion, once you get on board, you should go get a drink to celebrate the start of your vacation, or maybe a quick slice of pizza at Sorrento's, or maybe even head straight up to the Windjammer buffet. But whatever it is that you love to do when you first get on board your cruise, relax and enjoy yourself. You're on vacation, and it's so much nicer to get on board and relax than worry about booking excursions, drink packages, and dining packages when you get on the ship. Plus, it costs more sometimes when you get on board. And as a bonus tip, be flexible. Cruise ships can be busy or crowded once in a while in certain areas, or maybe weather happens and changes your port. Don't worry, don't stress, you're on vacation, make sure to enjoy yourself. Wherever you're planning on sailing to, we hope you have an incredible vacation. We think you'll love cruising on board a Royal Caribbean cruise ship, and I know we can't wait since our countdown is getting closer and closer. When we get back from our cruise on Wonder of the Seas, we'll have an entire vlog series on the sailing, so make sure to subscribe so that you can check it out. If you enjoyed this video, we would greatly appreciate if you would hit the like button and subscribe to follow along on our next adventure. If you're into cruising, Disney, theme parks, or overall travel, check out our channel. Thanks for watching.